Alright, let's start the stream, I guess. Hopefully, I mean, the internet connection might cut out a couple times. Not entirely certain. But we're gonna try to do some art today. Need to start up my Discord real quick because, yeah. Gotta do other stuff to do. Can't be bothered on that right now. Need to get down to stream announcements. And go over to this one. There we go. We got that. Okay, site is muted. And I think we're good. I'm gonna have the phone over here though. I know I kind of create chaos. Oh wait, can people actually hear me? Okay, they can. Okay, we're good. Okay. Awesome. I'm just not gonna be able to hear if anyone tries to get my attention outside of my earbuds. Well, headphones, but you know. Really. Trying. There we go. Okay. Now this is a painting I did IRL, but I'm going to try and digitize it. So let's bring the opacity down. Oh no, the music is not gonna get very many people happy on that. So I'm turning down the music so other people can hear the stream, I guess. I feel like I should maybe go live on TikTok. Don't know. But I know there's gonna be some people who are gonna complain about no music on the TikTok stream if I do. And they can bite me. Like, I hate how many people like come in and troll. It's just not my forte. Need to get this to load. Hello. My phone is so slow. I'm trying to get over here. to live. My hands and arms are a little bit, well, fingers too, are still a little bit dirty from painting earlier. Trying to get to lives. Let's see. Need to relabel this. Come on. Ooh. Let's see if I can find a topic. I wonder if streaming is a topic. No, it is not. Guess we'll just go with the art. I'll try and go over here. And I'm gonna have to go all the way over to here. Which I know is gonna be just fantastic. Okay, okay, so flip that around. Come on. Flip over. Go live. Right. So here we go. And I have shorts on and a shirt, so people can just back off on that aspect because I can't zoom in on this. I know my music might get a little bit annoying for some people. And try and search something else. Let's try to do this one.
You know that you can play D&D anywhere in the world?
I'm streaming on Twitch right now, doing an art live. Got some music going on Twitch, and kind of doing what I do. I told people in my video earlier for TikTok that I'm doing a live on Twitch today, so currently trying to get that all set up. This one. Alright, so my Twitch link is in my bio, so if you're interested in watching the stream, feel free to join in. Right now I'm just going to be digitizing some paintings that I had done IRL. I have the link posted in my bio. Hey Partybug, I am streaming on Twitch, doing some like the paintings that I showed you in Ephraim's group. I'm going to be digitizing those. Yeah, I'm going to be digitizing the pony one. Just trying to make sure I get the right color for this. Well, try to. I can't guarantee that it will. So, background color on the first layer needs to be the same color as this. Just take this all the way down. I'll make it the same color as the painting. I won't be able to get the color to be glittery and sparkly like the painting was, but I'm going to try. Emphasis on try! I have carpal tunnel in both my wrists, so if I'm using my hands or drawing or painting, that's why this is covered in paint, I have to keep my wrists supported, or I risk ruining my wrist further. But I still enjoy doing art, and I'm not gonna let carpal tunnel stop me from doing art, and I'm gonna keep doing art, take breaks when I can, and I take care of my wrists as much as I can whenever I'm streaming and stuff like that, so don't worry about it. I've had injections in my wrist before for my carpal tunnel, but that doesn't always work for everyone's body. My body is a little bit, uses up the injections too fast, so currently that's what I gotta deal with. Let's see. So, trying to figure out how to go about this. I'm trying to sketch out the lines and stuff. Yeah, I'm not gonna let, like, physical pain and stuff, like, I'm not gonna let that hold me back from expressing myself or doing art or being who I am. And I want to make sure that I can still enjoy life despite if I have like obstacles, despite if I have like things that get in the way. I'm gonna keep trying because that's kind of who I am. I keep trying and I do my best. Trying to get the outline as to where I drew everything. And this one. But I'm gonna flood you with likes, thanks. I'm trying to stream on both Twitch and TikTok, so I can't guarantee that my TikTok live is gonna be the best, but I have this screen to where I can actually see the comments, and people are able to join the Twitch live, like, if they want. I am gonna try my hardest to try and reach affiliate before the week is over. I don't know if I will, but I've been at this 2 years, almost 2 years. In December it'll be 2 years. But I'm gonna try to still keep trying for affiliate if I can. And this time I actually went through and advertised my Twitch stream on TikTok, which I've seen some TikTokers do and content creators do, so I thought I'd give it a try. Last time it worked out pretty well, but it's kind of a toss-up as to if it works or not. Trying to... Yeah, the pony one, whenever I was painting it on canvas, took like 6 hours to complete, but on digitizing it, it'll take a lot quicker than that because I can get a lot more detailed quickly and I can actually erase lines instead of having to go over with paint over and over again. Because the thing with paint, when you're painting with acrylic paint, if you mess up, you gotta wait for it to dry, go over it, do something else, or try your best to get it to blend in. But mistakes happen in art, but sometimes mistakes make the art piece work. Just kinda depends. I know I tried streaming yesterday morning on Twitch and I had some people join in, and I took off for most of the day yesterday and was gone till 8 p.m. to a bigger city here in Arkansas. Was getting some medical stuff. I'm gonna turn this down a bit. Was getting some medical stuff taken care of, and talking to the doctor about the surgery consult and what his plans were for the hysterectomy. and basically, he is refusing to remove my ovaries. He said, I can take out your tubes, I can take out your uterus, but your ovaries are gonna need to stay buried. And I'm like, oh, why? Why can't you just take them out? If I try to take them out in the situation that they're in, I risk you bleeding out and not living anymore. And I'm like, oh, fun. So there's like no avoiding that. And his response was, no, I'm telling you, for your safety, I will not remove the ovaries. So we're waiting. Yesterday was also very painful for me and kind of triggering for me because the doctor, in order to make sure he can do the hysterectomy, had to do 2 endometrial biopsies. And the thing with endometrial biopsies is they will go in. If you hear banging, one of my roommates is taking a shower, and so they're banging on the bathroom wall and stuff, trying to get the drain unclogged. So the thing with endometrial biopsies is normally they do one of them, and then you don't have to go through it for a while. Endometrial biopsies don't have anesthetics. Cervical biopsies don't have anesthetics. The endometrial biopsy I had, they didn't get enough sample the first time, so they said, look, we're sorry, but we're gonna have to do this again. And I'm like, what? What do you mean you're gonna have to do this again? We're gonna have to go in and get a bigger sample this time. So I have to go through this whole you putting something through my cervix one more time? And he's like, I'm sorry, if you don't want to do this and you want us to wait till another time and you come back and do this again, I'm like, I'm not coming back. This was a 211-mile trip to get here, 3 hours of driving. I'm not doing this a second time, like, again. You just get this over with, and I will just kind of brave through this. As much as it is triggering, I'm going to brave through it because it has to be done to make sure I can get this done. So basically I got a bit triggered during the appointment yesterday because cervical biopsies and endometrial biopsies can be triggering for those that go through a lot of trauma in certain places. And sometimes the biopsies can trigger those memories and be really bad for you. That's why a lot of people try to opt out of doing a biopsy if they have, like, if they don't have to, they will opt out of it. But usually during like cervical biopsies and endometrial biopsies, people generally, they advise you to, even if you have a high pain tolerance, just find something to grip onto, find something to bite down on, just kind of grin and bear it, because like those type of things don't get anesthesia in any way, shape, or form. And sometimes they can offer an anesthetic, but it's usually done in a surgical procedure, and it's a bit more invasive, but it does not negate the pain. And people don't realize that. And every time I have had a biopsy from OBGYNs, their advice is, well, you're a woman, you go through cycles, so you should be able to handle the pain. And I tell them, okay, I can handle high pain tolerance, I can handle pain, but this is like unethical amount of pain for someone to go through without anesthesia or anything. Like, why do we not get like something to help us through this? And the response that usually is from an OBGYN is that if we tried to do like a cervical block to where you wouldn't feel the pain on the cervix, you would still feel the pain on the inside. So you're not gonna negate the pain in the long run. You're just gonna not feel it initially, but you're gonna feel it when it's in. And it's like seriously kind of screwed up that like AFAB people have to go through that because we're considered, well, you have a high pain tolerance, but you get someone who's like AMAB and tell them that they have to go through like a kidney stone removal or something like that, and they're like, okay, we'll provide anesthesia, we'll provide like time off from work, we'll provide like all this stuff. And yet like people who go through like the cervical biopsy, endometrial biopsy, what their advice is, well, take some Midol, drink some water, just kind of deal with it. And it's ridiculous because people don't realize the amount of pain that you actually have to go through to be able to have certain procedures done. Because in my OBGYN, like that I went to yesterday to get the confirmation that he is going to do the surgery, he said that we have to do an endometrial biopsy. That's non-negotiable. Basically, you have to go through that in order for them to check and see if you have cancer or not. Because if it is cancer, they can't do the surgery, the hysterectomy. They have to send you to a cancer specialist to do the hysterectomy for you. And it's very frustrating because yes, I know that's like a risk with a lot of women, is like endometrial cancer, cervical cancer, and all that stuff, but it's just frustrating to go through the procedures that cause a crap ton of pain without you being like having a sedative or anything to ease the pain. I got the biopsy done, yes, but I am waiting to see what the results come back as to find out if I can get the hysterectomy from him or if I have to go to a cancer specialist. Because the problem is that when he got the referral for my hysterectomy, his referral notes from my OBGYN were that there was too much heavy bleeding during cycles. So he thinks there might be like something he needs to check, and if not, it's just how my body is. If it's not cancer, then it's something he can address and something he can do the surgery on. Okay, have a nice day, Party Bug. So basically, we're waiting to see what the results come back as to see if he can do the procedure or if I have to go to a cancer specialist. And I'm pretty sure I won't need a cancer specialist, but that's just me, and it's my body, and I know my body, but I could be wrong, because my ovaries are buried in my pelvic wall, so that's fun. But right now I'm just digitizing a painting, trying to get all the sketch lines taken care of, so I can go over and do the line art clearer, and rework this on an actual digital version in case I ever sell the actual painting. I'll have a digital copy, and that will be that. So I'll go here, 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 here. I'm not even sure who else is going to join in today. All I know is that things hurt. Hello. Trying to go through and I can't really get this at a good enough angle for anyone. I'm live on Twitch, by the way. My Twitch link is in my bio. Should probably put that on a piece of paper. Probably. Let me find this. I could, like, be showing this, or I could just be like, put a thing here. Let's see. Twitch link in bio. I don't know if they're gonna be able to read that or if it's gonna go around backwards. Are they able to? Wow, that is backwards. Okay, cool. I'm gonna have to write backwards for them to be able to see that. Cool. Okay, backwards it is. I can write backwards, no problem. Eh. Trying to write backwards. Hi. I'm trying to digitize some paintings I did. I can show you the actual paintings, but they're up on my wall. Let me flip the camera around. So, oops, up there, the carousel horse and the two that are animal cookies and ice cream and candy ones, those are ones that I am currently trying to digitize onto here. So that's what I'm working on. And I'm trying to write backwards so that I can post like in bio. Let's see if I got that correct, so where they can actually read it. Okay, there. I think that works. I'm trying to write backwards, and I'm not exactly the best at it, but I'm put it over here, I guess, or up here. Nope, that's not gonna show. Wow, I don't know how to make this show very well. Maybe I'll like go over here and I'm trying to think like how to this does not help. Really don't know how to get this up there where people can like see it. Oh, okay, I can put it like down here. Does that work? I think that might work. Try and go down here. There we go. There we go. That might work. I think we got it. Oh no, what'd I do? I think I just knocked one thing off here. Probably. I probably did. Oh, crap. Okay, gotta go over here. Hate that that's a thing. Okay. Here. My computer. There we go. Okay, so I'm gonna try and save this as I go. Course. Save. Okay, so I'm kind of like sketching it out first, though. Trying to. I think people can see this unless it's like too dark. I might need like a light or something. I don't know. I just really don't like that that is like a thing. Okay, so I'm going to. I usually like try to cradle my thing. Wow, this is great. Fantastic. Okay, so here, and here. Go like sparkle, sparkle here. And sparkle over here. So I used glitter in the actual painting, so I'm not sure how I'm going to get this to replicate on a digital aspect. Okay. Alright, time to line art this. Okay, so do a light line art. So we're gonna zoom in. Okay. And make sure got this kind of there. Go there. And I really don't think that's gonna be like very helpful there. There. That's not helpful at all. Jesus. I'm trying over here to just kind of get this here. I really don't know how I'm going to replicate. I mean, it's like a digital version. Let's see. First things first. Erase this bull. Okay, take this one thing at a time. I plan on streaming for 5 hours on Twitch, so it's gonna be fun. I know there's no music in the background. Bite me. Well, no music on my TikTok stream. I can deal with it. Because I can't really adjust things. Let's see. Okay. And go over to the eyeball. Go there. I feel like my roommate's gonna sleep all day. Go to. Go here. I feel like I don't have a lot of people on my Twitch stream. Because my Twitch stream's not updating and showing me if I have more than one viewer. Because it wants to play hardball. And I don't have one more than... Cool. Trying to get things digitized. I'm not gonna guarantee that it's gonna be the best. But that's okay. That is on lead. I do not want lead on this right now. Need just kind of a basic. Hello. Like right here. Over here. Here. Gonna blur these ones or blend these ones. Let's go with blending. Blending will probably be the best bet on this. Hey, if you wonder what I'm doing, I'm digitizing one of my paintings that I have up on my wall that I've done, and I'm trying to do a digital version in case I sell the actual version. I always try to digitize all the paintings I do when I get time, so that I always have a copy of them. Okay, so there's that. Aw, Taku streaming. Nice. Okay, so first things first we did was went in. Need to grab smaller. Wait, I did the blue one, then the green one. Okay, let's make sure we got this. Whoops. Trying over here. That is not supposed to be red, it's supposed to be blue, yeah, dum dum. Okay. Blue. A lot of darker blue on the bottom. Okay, and then let's go with the green one was next. So we have a darker green on the bottom. A lighter green up top. Oops, too light of a green. Green. Then the yellow. Because it was like a dark yellow on bottom. lighter yellow up top. Then the orange. Let's be like a darker orange. Then that one. And red. The bottom red. Then over here. I know people can't actually see all of the art. That's because I can't fit everything in, like, over. I can't just. I need like tape, and I don't have tape. I'm gonna improvise with a sticker, cause stickers. Put that there. And put that there. Okay? There. Twitch link in bio. I guess that works. There. Better. Okay. Hey. Bad Twitch. Bad computer. Dang it. I'm gonna try and go over here. Got this. Is your camera always at that angle? This angle? Right here? Yeah, why? I try to keep my camera at this angle. Why? Is there something wrong? Like, I'm wearing shorts. I'm wearing shorts and a shirt. Like, what's wrong with the angle? I try to keep my camera at that angle sometimes. So I don't understand what's wrong. I think you can see when someone passes your door. Yeah, kind of. You can. That's why I try to shut my door as much as I can. Because cats still like to come in here, and I'm not gonna, like, ban the cats from my room. Well, at least you're not passing without a towel, okay? You're safe in that aspect. At least I hope you were. You were wearing a towel, right? Oh god, please tell me you were wearing a towel, because I wasn't paying attention that there was someone passing. Oh shit. You're gonna get me banned. I generally have my camera on whenever I am streaming. Okay. Scare the shit out of me, Luxon. Jesus. Made me worry that you weren't wearing a towel while passing by the shower. You trying to give me a heart attack here? Instant ban from Twitch. Why'd you get banned? My roommate stepped out of the shower on stream, and they weren't wearing a towel. Story of my life. This is how I get banned. Hoggers in the lair. Hi. Welcome, welcome. I'm trying to hit that and red. Welcome to the stream. If you found me via Twitch or TikTok or just random scrolling through, hello and welcome. I'm just kind of digitizing one of the paintings that I have done, and it's up on my wall. I have it like very see-through at the moment, but I did a big carousel horse painting. I can't really take it down off the wall right now because it's huge. Found me on Reddit. How am I on Reddit? Why would I be on Reddit? What all? How'd you find me on Reddit? Like, I'm not understanding. I don't have a Reddit. Like, what's... Why would someone post my channel on Reddit? Like, why do people post channels on Reddit? What did they say about me? It was on the simp section, though, so I thought I'd check it out. Why would it be on the simp section? What the hell? I'm not the person to simp over, I am just myself. And also, this is a wig clip, my hair is very short. If I took it off, I'd look like a guy-ish person. Like, what the hell's wrong with people? How am I doing? I'm okay. I'm just confused. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm just confused. I was like, wait, did you put me off my TikTok live? What's going on here? I am confused. But hi, generally people are welcome to talk about whatever they want to talk about. Conversation can be just about anything generally. Whatever people want to talk about. I'm in a safe space, open book, just whatever. As long as it remains like safe for work. Some of them were good comments, some were bad comments. What the fuck? You might have to send me a link, because I'm gonna need to check that out. Where am I from? I am from America. I am from the southern part of America. Yeehaw. God, that hurt to say. It's just gonna ruin the vibe. Oh jeez, that's great. I still want to try and check it out sometime, because I'm not sure, like, what all. Something. I should put like a purple one there. Oh, I'm like nervous now. Okay, note to self. Did not have a panic attack on stream. How long have I been drawing for? I've been doing digital art for about 10 years. I've been doing digital art for 10 years. How long have I been doing art in general? All my life. Why am I nervous? Because I worry about, like, how people see me sometimes. I don't have a lot of self-confidence, so I generally have a lot of worry about what people have said about me online, and it's just kind of a thing. I didn't have the best support system growing up, so negative comments and negative things that people say generally kind of get to me. I try not to let it, but it's just kind of how it is. Trying to make sure I've got this. Well, compliments don't generally raise my self-confidence. It's all a matter of me trying to... I don't see how people would simp for me. I am plus size, and I get that some people have that as kind of a, I don't want to say fetish, but some people are like that. I haven't always been plus size. I used to be underweight, but I have a lot of issues. Dating is kind of hard for me at the moment because, like, I tried to go on a date, didn't do so well, and it was my first date I had been on in 7 years. So that shows you how active I am with the dating scene. A lot of people suggest, like, lose weight as their go-to for a lot of my issues, but it's not really about losing weight for me because I've tried for over 9 years, and the only time I started dropping weight was last year. I lost over 40 pounds over the summer, not just by exercising, but because my stomach was literally kind of shutting down. Um, I've had a lot of surgeries, even whenever I was really young, and the surgeries I had basically caused a lot of scar tissue to build up, and that in itself basically caused my stomach to start shutting down around last year, and I started dropping a lot of weight and having trouble eating, and my doctors didn't understand why. They were like, okay, well, are you eating the wrong foods? Are you not exercising? Like, how have you not managed to lose weight, but now you're losing weight? Like, what's all different? I'm like, nothing's different. Nothing's changed. I'm doing the same things I've always done. I'm just me and just existing. And they're like, oh, well, obviously you've got to be doing something, like, different, right? No, I'm really not. My body's just doing this. Oh, well, maybe we'll run some tests. And so that led up to this year finding out that my stomach just was being constricted for a very long time from scar tissue. And then ended up in me seeing a OBGYN. I do eat healthy food and I go on walks every day. I am very active around the house and I ride my bike when I can, usually around 4 to 5 miles, depending on the day. I have a lot of chronic pain, but I still exercise. Most of the time, people will assume, oh, well, you love to bake food and you love to make sweets and desserts for people. You're probably eating those yourself, right? And I'm like, no, I'm not actually. I make them so other people can enjoy them because I can't. They cause me pain. Like, I tried to enjoy my birthday this year, got a cake and cupcakes for me to enjoy, and thought, okay, since we went in and we tried to take down scar tissue that was constricting my stomach, maybe I can eat cake. Maybe I can have cake just for my birthday. I can eat a cake, right? So I take like a couple bites and immediately want to throw up because my body is just like, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you trying to do? Have cake for my birthday? And like, it was super sad for me because I just wanted to enjoy cake and enjoy being able to eat food, and I still can't enjoy eating food because my stomach doesn't like food apparently, and I try. It's hard to enjoy food because a lot of the time it just makes me feel sick. Doctors have ruled out cancer, doctors have ruled out Crohn's, ruled out celiac. Basically, it's at this point, it's just me being overstressed at everything. Because that's kind of how I am. I have a lot of anxiety and I try to make art to deter from my anxiety a lot of the time. I don't drive, so I understand that. Not because I got injured or anything. I had a really bad wreck. And my whole car basically front end rolled up into my windshield. So I am too scared to drive. That's gotta hurt. I was gonna make a joke. I'm about 220 pounds. But, like, I'm guessing that hurt. I don't know. I had to figure it might hurt, like, whenever I go to, like, flop on someone or, like, cuddle someone. Thanks for the follow. I generally, like, feel like I'm going to hurt people when I go to hug them a lot of the time. And a lot of the time when I have, like, friends that are, like, smaller than me weight-wise, I'm like, I'm going to hurt you and I don't want to hurt you, but I want to hug you because you need a hug, but I'm going to hurt you. I always feel that's gotta suck. But yeah, I don't do a lot of like interaction with people every day because I have a body that doesn't have a very good immune system. So I don't go out a lot. And when I do go out, I get interactions from some people that I don't exactly appreciate sometimes. And I've had people on like some of my TikToks and stuff make mean comments about my weight or tell me, I'm not saying your weight's a bad thing, but it's gotta make it really hard to move around. I should know, I've been that size before and I can barely move. And I'm like, I'm very flexible. I can still do the Jacko pose challenge. I can still move around quite well for my weight, so I don't need the negativity. Like, people make assumptions, like, if you're a bigger person, that you won't be able to move around like everyone else. And where that might be true for some people, there are actually some people who are very, very active and very fit for being overweight. And I try not to let anything like that get to me whenever people are, like, mean about weight. I've had people come into, like, lives, come into, like, Twitch and stuff and make like oink sounds or noises towards me because they would basically say I was a pig for my weight, and I would just be like, okay, but pigs are cute, so I don't see what the problem is here. You're making it sound like I'm a bad animal because pigs are cute, but okay. I try to make a light of a situation when someone's making mean comments because they're just not happy. Like, people will make mean comments because they're not happy. They're not, like, there's something that they feel that they're missing and that they have to take it out of someone else's life to find enjoyment. And it's not okay to do that. Like, when I was younger, I was very, very thin. Very thin. When I was about 15 to 18, I was in the 80 pounds to like not even 100 pounds mark. I finally reached about 100 pounds my senior year of high school. And I would get comments about, why was I so skinny? Why didn't I just eat something? How can I eat so much food and not gain any weight? Like, why are you able to do that? That's not fair. And I'm like, I'm literally just trying to survive. But okay, make fun of my weight for being too thin and then make fun of my weight for being too fat. It's like, fat or skinny, people are going to shame you no matter what your weight is, unless you're their ideal definition of what a perfect body. Like, it doesn't. People don't have to have perfect bodies. If their body is healthy and they are happy just being themselves, it doesn't matter if their body's perfect or not. Like, it shouldn't matter. What should matter is how the person is as a person, and like that you enjoy the person just being themselves. Because a lot of the times, it's usually the heart and personality that matter the most. But that's just my opinion, and everyone's different. And people are allowed to have, like, their opinions of what they find attractive. I've had people ask me, "What do you find attractive in a person?" And I'm like, "Wait, what's attractive? Can we like reset this? Kind of like find like they're like, what physical appearance thing do you find attractive?" And I'm like, can we come back to this question? Well, you gotta find something attractive, right? I don't. I don't. Hi. So basically, for me, attraction is not of a physical aspect. Attraction does not come from what a person has in their personnel or what they have on them or attached to them. Like it's the what they're born with does not really partake or pertain to me. Um, that may come off as weird to some people because for me, I'm on an asexual spectrum. Um, sometimes I have sexuality, sometimes I'm just not really of interest, sometimes interest, but usually a lot of the time, that type of stuff is not a priority for me. It's more so I like spending quality time with people, and that doesn't always have to end in a adult aspect. Like, for me, I'm on an asexual spectrum, and for me, take it or leave it, I really don't have an opinion on it. Do you feel like you need it? Like, no, not really. A lot of the time, I don't feel like I need it at all. It's just kind of there. I mean, if I have a partner that is something that appeals to them, I'm not going to do that 24/7. I personally if that is something that they prefer and have consent to that, like if that is what they want and we have both consented to that being okay, then like I'm not gonna try and get into adult conversations on stream, so I'm gonna like tone it down a bit. Because I do have kids and minors that do come into these streams. So, whereas conversation about anything can take place, I still try to keep it at least kind of safe for work for the most part. Something actually happened to you today. What happened to you today? Ah. I need to change the... I gotta grab... I mean, kids generally, my videos stay up on my channel for a bit, and kids do come across them, so I try to keep everything safe for work. Twitch isn't exactly an adult conversation place for the most part because a lot of my streams are geared towards all ages. It is 3:55 p.m. but I still do want the Reddit link because I know even though people are gonna say mean or rude things for simping and stuff, I'd at least still like to see what people are saying. I know it's gonna probably be harmful or hurtful, but curiosity is kind of blah. 1 a.m. there. I actually get up at around 7 a.m. here, and some days, and so nothing bad. People think I'm cute. Weird. My opinion is just be yourself, have fun. Don't let what people say get to you. I've heard that over and over. It's hard. Didn't grow up in a very good household, and so negative things tend to stick because of toxic mothers. uh, anyways, could make the joke, do you have mommy issues? Maybe I do, what's it to you? That's probably... I'm really curious and I really want to see the Reddit thing. Fudge. My mom hired a prostitute to sleep with me. Blah, blah, blah. Ah. But honestly, please send me the link because I'm also wanting to show my roommate because they're actually interested in it as well to see what people said. I have 2 roommates and one of them tries to hop in the streams every now and then, so they wanted the link as well. I'm not gonna look at it on stream. Like, I'm just gonna keep drawing, I just want the link. Please. I don't have time to just kind of search. Trust me, it's not worth looking at. I know you say that, but still. I'm not finding that on Twitch. Looking at. It's literally going to eat away at my head if I don't find the thing. Like, you don't understand. I have ADHD and autism, and when someone says something, I hyperfixate on it sometimes. So it's not necessarily like you telling me to forget about it, my brain's gonna hyperfixate on it. That's one of my issues. What are my favorite movies or series? My favorite movies are probably Scooby-Doo, and I also like Pirates of the Caribbean. I like a lot of movies by Tim Burton and Johnny Depp. I also like the Alice in Wonderland movies by Tim Burton. I've seen both of them, Through the Looking Glass and Alice in Wonderland. Have you seen the cartoon they had done about Johnny Depp in a court? No, not currently. Breathe. Breathe, 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 breathe. I missed one. I'll have to watch it later. Calm, calm, calm. Breathe. No, I should be breathing because it says just breathe on my arm. I think I'd have enough reminder with it being written on my skin. Not currently. I have several tattoos actually. I'm wanting to eventually get more, but that involves having to save up for a while, and bills and rent is expensive, so I don't get to save up for a tattoo for a while. I wanted to get, I'll actually open up the file because I have a couple ideas that I'm wanting to get. Open up, in 2022, January. Was it in January that I did that? No, it was in 2020, I think. Yeah, rent here. I think you can actually find a conversion because you said you were from Dubai. Let me see. Hold on. Trying to 2 rupees. Because I believe Dubai's currency is Rupees, right? Okay, dirhams. Okay, so instead of rupees, dirhams. Okay, so eek. Okay, so 11,000 dirhams. Okay, so it's a bit cheaper here, but so Dubai dirhams. Okay, so here to convert how much rent is where I live to your currency, rent here would be about 5,509.65 dirhams for where I'm living. But it's still really expensive to me because let's see. Because my income per month since I'm on disability is around 2,938 dirhams. So that's basically my income that's supposed to last me a month. So I do art and as kind of a thing. Trying to find where I put that. Is it on my D drive? Let me find my D. These nuts. Okay. Enough immaturity for now. Well, actually, there's never enough. But, let me go over here. I can't actually make more, oh, please do not do this, please. Oh boy. Freezing canvas. Government should take care of its citizens, but, it doesn't necessarily always do that. Because, our society is becoming more of a capitalistic society instead of a democratic society. And it sucks. But not really much you can do. That's a lot of money. Let's see. Art. Was it in 2020? I think it was in 2020. Art of 2020. Is it that one? Oh. I have too many folders. Where do I store stuff? Okay, Art 2021. Nope, not that one. Okay, Art 2020. Art. I don't have the button because I'm not an affiliate. I don't ever have enough people chatting or enough people viewing per stream, so I've been streaming almost 2 years and haven't hit affiliate. Affiliates are the only ones that have the subscribe button. And both my roommates are pretty cool. One of them actually plays cello, though they currently don't have their cello. Some things happen around Christmas where they basically try to pawn off their cello to help with Christmas for their family and stuff. So right now, they don't have their cello, and it was something they loved a lot, was playing cello. Eventually, I plan to hopefully get them a cello again sometime. I know how much it means to them. I'm trying to find where I put that. Is it in here? Where is my thing? Where's my thing? Is it from... I don't know if it was that one. Oh, jeez. I'm gonna have to search through each folder. It's just, cellos are expensive. Yeah, I'm trying to find my folder with art in it that has the designs for the tattoos. because I mentioned I would try and find those and show you them. Okay, 11. Might have been 1? Is it 1? No, 2. I have these labeled by month, so it makes it easier. I just don't remember which month I drew them in. It's the only thing. 4? Okay, yes, it was in 4. Sweet. Okay, so that one, this one, and I think those are about the only tattoos I did that time. Alright, so this one is a tattoo idea I have for one of my thighs, and this one is one I have as well. Racing like cars or racing like horses, because horses are very tall, but I'm also very short. If I were to go with, like, I believe you guys still use the metric system over there. Let me see. A lot of places besides the US still use the metric system. Let's see. 4 foot 9 inches 2 centimeters. So in centimeters, I am 144.78 centimeters tall. I am short. Sorry. Hello. Streaming on Twitch. I'm also doing TikTok on my phone. No, not 5 foot. I'm 4 foot 9 inches. I am 4 foot 9 inches. I am about a foot and an inch shorter than you are. So I'm kind of very short. Short and rotund. That's just how I be. But very caring. Most of the art I do is to help with my mental health, but also show other people that there's hope for mental health out there. And sometimes it's just nice to draw things. Hello. I'm gonna need to take my ponytail off because it's sort of hurting. My head is having okay, there we go. Slight headache on that. And can't seek a therapist as a man. Generally, a lot of guys here in the US also don't like seeking mental help. But I have had several of my therapists in the past tell me I should become a therapist or try to become an art therapist because I've been through a lot and a lot of trauma, and I can generally relate to people very well. But also, I don't feel like I can handle all that responsibility of having to take care of other people like that. Like, I like to help people, and I eventually do want to help people with mental health, but I feel like I'm nowhere near qualified to do that right now. I understand that because I have had chronic Let me censor for both TikTok and Twitch. I have had chronic unaliving thoughts since I was 13. So, going on, let's see, 13 to 29, 16 years? Dealing with that for 16 years. I've never been in the army, but I have PTSD due to a lot of trauma in a non-consensual way, and trauma in a being in 8 different car wrecks kind of way. And though I've never been to war or ever fought, I understand that it's a constant battle to go through in your head and deal with every day. But it doesn't mean that you give up or that life is something to give up on. Like, war is hard, and you've probably seen things that I have not, and you've probably been through things that I have not. And I'm sorry that those things did happen to you, but you're still here. And what you need to know is that because you made it through and may have, like, lost a lot of people next to you, it doesn't mean that it wasn't worth fighting for. It doesn't mean that you weren't strong. What it means, I know that it's hard to deal with people not existing in front of you. I understand that you could feel broken because of that, but you're not broken. What you need to know is that even though your friends have moved on, they would be proud of you for staying strong for this long. They'd be proud of a friend who kept going, if that helps you any. It's hard to lose people. I have lost a lot of family members that were close to me, including a grandmother who raised me for a very long time. I have lost cousins, and a few of those cousins have gone through with the thing that you said that you felt like attempting. They actually went through with it and are no longer here. These were cousins I grew up with and were very close to. So, it may be a little bit triggering for me, but it's not bad. I understand the thoughts, and I understand how it feels. And I understand how it feels to lose loved ones. It's not an exact situation that you have went through, but I relate. And I know that it's very hard to deal with. I know it's very hard to deal with on many levels. And that sometimes it's hard to understand. I don't encourage that type of behavior for people, but I also understand that sometimes people have that type of behavior because they've been through a lot. And sometimes life is a lot for people and we get overwhelmed. But when we get overwhelmed, what we need to do is just kind of take a step back, breathe a bit, and understand that you can find silly reasons to keep going. They may seem silly, but they're actually not very silly if they're keeping you here. Like, say you don't want to do it because there's a new pizza coming out down the street, or there's a new clothing you want to try, or a new food that came out downtown, or something like that, or like you don't want to give up because you might find someone eventually that will change your life, or you don't want to give up because you have like a pet or something. A lot of the time, people have this really bad stigma about mental health, and a lot of people don't fully understand what goes on with people, and not everyone in the world has access to mental health. But it doesn't mean that there aren't ways to obtain mental health or self-care without a therapist or without a mental health field. If you have access to the internet, you have access to like self-help sheets you can complete, meditation exercises and stuff like that. And it sucks. A lot of people don't understand mental health. And I'm aware of that. I was raised in an indigenous and Latino-based family. So I speak English and Spanish. And both English and Spanish were my first languages. Oh, geez. So it's not necessarily online therapy. There's like resource sheets that are not therapy that you use to like write down your feelings, why you're feeling that way, kind of try and help as much as you can with what you're going through. Or just meditation. Meditation is also considered therapy, but it's not seen as therapy. And so it doesn't count as like seeking an online service. So it's easy access. Sometimes meditation, whatever type of meditation works for you, can be easier than going to therapy. And sometimes not everyone has the best mental health upbringing either. And I know in a lot of countries, mental health is a very hard thing to access because in a lot of societies, in a lot of other countries tend to not value mental health. Like some places over in the Asian cultures, or people over in like cultures in Mexico and stuff, they don't have a lot of mental health care access, and it can be very hard to cope with a lot of the things people cope with. Sometimes mental health care isn't always accessible, but that doesn't mean that it's not still there. There's lots of various forms of mental health care in the world, not just like therapy, not just like getting a therapist or stuff like that. Therapy and healing isn't exactly always therapy. Sometimes it's doing a lot of work on your own to handle things as best as you can and cope. For me, I've had therapy for over 10 years, and I don't get a medicinal route for my mental issues that I struggle with. A lot of my mental issues are told to me that medication isn't going to fix them for me, and medication doesn't work with my body. So for the past 16 years, I've just been basically trying to cope as best as I can and find out what works for me. Now, what works for me may not work for everyone else, and it may not even work for a majority of people because everyone's brains are different. But what works for me is talking to people and basically doing art and coping with it in a healthy way. I am 29 years old. I will be 30 next year. I know that I don't really look my age a lot, and I get that a lot. And I don't sound my age, so it makes it a little bit harder as well. I've been mistaken for middle school. A lot of places that I've gone or cosplayed in, like a lot of people are like, "Oh, you're in middle school like me," and I'm like, "No, no, 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 child, I'm old enough to be your parent. Please do not, do not." Like I've had kids walk up to me at events and be like, "So are you in middle school too?" And I'm like, "Oh, no, I'm not. No, I'm not." "Oh, you're in high school." "No, that was 14 years ago." Like it's one of those things that kind of happens sometimes, and I've gotten used to it. It's been kind of that way my entire life. When I was 13, I got mistaken for 6 years old and stuff like that, and just kind of happens to some of us. But it's not necessarily bad and it's not necessarily good. It's just what it is. But on the subject of mental health and stuff, I've had a lot of therapists that have told me, "Hey, you've been going to therapy for a while and you have a lot of coping skills that you could be using, and you have like all the stuff that you do despite what you're struggling with. Like, have you ever considered going into the therapy field? Have you ever considered maybe being a mental health therapist or an art therapist?" And I'm like, that's dealing with people every day. And I don't know if I got the social battery for that, but I try to get better at socializing with people. Not always the best at it because of my autism, but I try, and trying is half the battle. Basically, all you really can do, and my advice is that even if you're struggling every single day, even if you're finding it hard every single day, just find silly reasons to keep you going. Like, you want to smell the flowers that bloom, or you want to see what trees blossom, or you want to be able to walk and see the sunset, or like see the ocean or something. I've never seen the ocean, but that's just me. Um, or like, know that no matter what you're doing, you're trying, and trying is still good enough. No matter if you think, "Well, I wish I was good enough for someone to love," you're trying and you're working on yourself, which is good enough for people. People that love you will understand and will learn to cope with you as well. Like, they understand and they will try to ask how they can help. And a lot of people think, "Well, I'm not doing good enough because I'm not giving 100%. You don't have to give 100% every single day. Sometimes just existing and just giving what you can out of each day is enough. Like, your best isn't going to be your best tomorrow. It's not going to be your best yesterday. 100% isn't going to be 100% tomorrow, or even yesterday. Like, your best is going to vary every single day, and it doesn't necessarily have to be perfect. Like, you're not required to be perfect for anyone, including yourself. You're giving it what you can, you're doing what you can, and you're existing. And that's what you can be grateful for, is that there are people that appreciate you just existing. And it doesn't necessarily mean that, "Well, I haven't done such and such thing today, so obviously I'm not good enough." No, you woke up, you got up, that's good enough. Like, you woke up, you took on today, you decided to hop into a Twitch stream or a TikTok stream and say hi to a random person and talk about mental health issues. You're doing what you can. And I'm proud of you for not giving up. I know it may not mean much because I'm some rando on the internet, but I understand the struggle and I understand the mental health issue. So, I'm proud of you for not giving up, if that's any consolation. And to person on TikTok, hi, just kind of chatting on Twitch. You're welcome to join the Twitch stream if you'd like, just doing art. I know that you having been in the army and stuff was hard. And I can't begin to imagine what you saw or what you went through. I have no idea what you went through, and I can't just sit here, Sahaya, right? I may have mispronounced that. My foreign language is bad. Sahel? Hi, Ray. How you doing? I'm just chatting with someone that kind of having a hard mental health day and found me through a Reddit on like simping for Twitch streamers or something. I have no idea, but it was like a weird random thing. But yeah, Peter was, well, Sohail was just talking about how they had been in the army and struggled with intrusive thoughts for 6 years. And hey, Party Bug! I had been explaining that I've dealt with those type of thoughts for, well, mine were more like plans, but for 16 years. And that I understand the struggle. May not know exactly what they went through, but I understand the struggle. But hey, Ray. Oh wait, I don't know. I don't think I sent your card yet. Yeah, I didn't send your card yet. I've got to wait till I get stamps to mail stuff next week. Then I'll have your card sent out to you. I drew up like art on cards for friends and stuff for Halloween, and I send them to friends all over. Send them to different friends and just kind of brighten up people's day with cards. I like making people smile when I can. And I like my friends to know that they're cared about. I'm just kind of still on this. I need to grab my charger because my phone's gonna like get on 60% over here. I'm gonna like adjust this for a bit because my phone needs to get the charger in. At least it's not one of those phones that I've adjusted to make sounds when I plug it in. Oh geez, that would be embarrassing on like a Twitch stream and all of a sudden you hear this "ow" kind of noise come from the phone and just like, oh god, I'm sorry. Or have a phone going ada ada and you're just like, oh no, oh no, oh no, 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 kind of thing. Like, I feel like that would be the most embarrassing stuff to go through with your phone. Like, if your phone made noises when you plug it in. And you're just sitting there, just mind your own business. Oh, I need to put my phone on the charger in a public place. And you're like, oh yeah, that. I forgot to turn that off. What would be the most embarrassing stuff you could do? Like, I'm sorry, I'm making fun, making jokes. Let me go over here, and go over here. But yeah, I'm just kind of chatting and chilling. I mean, I don't think Katy Perry is that embarrassing. But I guess it could be, given, like, I'm guessing in your country, like, feminine songs are kind of embarrassing for men to play on their phones. I don't know, something like that. I know there's a lot of like stereotypical and stuff that goes on in other countries, so I'm not sure. I think that stuff goes on in this country too. Well, just because you like Katy Perry doesn't mean it's a bad thing. I like Katy Perry too, so you're okay. Let's see, go over here, kind of blend this in. Hey, a lot of people don't look like the stereotypical people that look at a lot of things, like, or listen to a lot of things. Like, people see the art I do and see, like, how I am as a person and personality. And then if I were to stream, like, music I listen to, I would probably get DMC music guideline violations for putting on Linkin Park and a bunch of other emo-type bands. Be like, oh, I'm sorry. My music choice was not what people preferred. Whoops. You're just over here listening to, like, oh man, oh, okay. So, story time. I was in culinary arts class and we were taking our test and doing our food safe tests and taking tests online and stuff. So, our teacher said if you have headphones, you want to listen to music, you're allowed to listen to music while you're testing and stuff. So, I, um, I'm like, okay, I can listen to my music. Well, I turn on the Zune I'm borrowing that has music on it from like a friend, and I turn it on and start listening to it, forget to plug my headphones in, and all of a sudden, all you hear is Dragon Force Through the Fire and the Flames playing full blast for the whole class to hear during the middle of the test. And I'm like, pause it really quick, and I'm like, I am so sorry. I thought my headphones were plugged in. So you have that music coming out of the device for this whole class, and they just look at me like, what? Like, what are you listening to? And I'm just like, I am so sorry. And like my pagan friend who's Wiccan and stuff, like they look at me and they're like, nice, nice. And I'm just over here like just over here because nobody in my class and no one around me expected that type of music to come from what I'm listening to. And I'm just over here like, I listen to that. I listen to a lot of things. I listen to like multiple various musics. Like at one point it happened again and it was like some really heavy metal, not Megadeth. It was Mastodon. Mastodon was playing, and it was Crack the Sky by Mastodon. And people, I mean, actually, yeah, one of the times it was Marilyn Manson, and another time I believe it was ICP, or Hollywood Undead. One of the two. But I listened to a lot of bands in high school that were like Marilyn Manson, Korn, Hollywood Undead, Bullet for My Valentine, Linkin Park, a lot of music like that. Let's see, I believe Disturbed was one of them, and like there was another one, but yeah, people in school were surprised because like one day I decided to play my music in class. Yeah, Rob Zombie. I listened to Rob Zombie as well. And I was listening to this music in class, and one of my friends comes up to me and is like, "Hey, what are you listening to?" And I'm like, Nightcore. So I switched the song over to my Nightcore selection real quick, and I'm like, see, Nightcore. Can I go back to my music? So I had a default. I had like two different music moods for like when I was listening to music in school. I had like a Nightcore playlist and a surreal playlist, and I also had a heavy metal, emo type, punk, grunge, rock type playlist, and even Metallica and stuff. And people would always like make an assumption, hey, I'm on Twitch doing the Twitch thing. You're welcome to join in the chat, say hi, but welcome. But yeah, like, people make assumptions based on how you look, like, oh yeah, you're the type of person that would listen to this J-pop stuff, and I'm like, well, actually, yes, I would listen to that, but I also listen to this and this and this. They're like, okay, what do you do not listen to? I'm like, well, I listen to just about everything, so I appreciate all music types, so I don't really have a music I don't listen to. And people don't realize that you can appreciate all music if you just like listen to the lyrics and actually understand that music is art, and music comes from like a place of people expressing themselves, but with a beat, with like emotions, with like different things. And not everyone understands artists. That's kind of a default thing. Okay. But music is just it's very expressive. It's an art form. Lots of things are art forms. Like people cosplaying, that's a form of art. People doing makeup, form of art. People doing music, form of art. Poetry, form of art. People creating graphics for like comics and stuff, it's a form of art. Like, not all art is a physical manifestation. Not all art is drawing or painting or writing a book or whatever. Art comes in various forms, including photography and stuff. I really messed that up. Meh. Okay, let's try this again. Let's rotate it and see if we can get it. Okay. There. And then here. And then we go over to here. Always have trouble with the back hoof. There we go, I think. But I'm trying. Okay, I don't know. Not sure if you're going to be able to see it, but I am trying to digitize my carousel painting I painted on Wednesday. So this is what I'm trying to do, is digitize art I've done on my TikTok and Twitch on Twitch. So that's what I'm doing. Okay, let me go over here. My thing's falling. Please do not fall. Thank you. Okay. I'm gonna grab. Corroded purple chains. Go live with them? Maybe. I don't know if they'd want to be recorded on my Twitch. Probably not. Like having conversation on TikTok while having conversation on Twitch. Let's go over here. Grab this one. Then here. But a lot of people will take a look at a person and assume the worst about them and not get to know them. A lot of people will take a look at me in public. Like last week I had this encounter at a store. I usually try not to go out very much because I'm immunocompromised, and I had to go grab some things from a store that were not able to be ordered online. And this little girl approaches me and has like a card with a Bible verse on it, and is like, I would love to give you a token of God's love because I feel like I should give this to you. And I'm like, that's sweet and all, but don't make assumptions of someone not being Christian or not looking Christian and try to give them a card if they grew up their whole life in church. Like, I appreciate your offer, but I really don't need the card. And the little girl's like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to assume or anything. I'm like, it's okay, just not everyone's gonna look the way you think they would. And her dad intervenes and goes, Look, man, we were not trying to offend you, make you angry or upset or anything. And most Christian ladies take this card and smile about it and are happy to receive it. And I'm like, I understand that, but I honestly don't need the card. I'm good. Oh, well, we didn't mean to offend you or make you upset. We'll just leave you alone. And this little girl like starts like crying as they're walking off and says to her dad, I don't know why she was so angry about the card, Dad. And like the dad's like, well, honey, sometimes some people don't want to hear about God, and that's just kind of what happens. And I'm just over here like, I honestly just didn't want the card. Is that so hard to like? Is that so hard to comprehend that I didn't want the card? I don't like to take random cards from people because immunocompromised and I don't want to risk getting sick. I can't take random gifts. And people don't understand that. They're like, oh, everyone going to public must be like not immunocompromised. No, there are still people that risk their lives every day. Boom, 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 boom. But anyways, I'm going to try to get this. Okay, so that goes to a red. Okay, red. Then an orange. I think I annoyed people. Like, I'm not trying to make people cry. I'm really not. Let me grab this. Exit this. I don't even know if Ray is still here. Just scare Ray off. I'm not even a kaiju. Come on. I'm not big enough to be a kaiju. What is it? Kaju? Kaju? I don't know how you pronounce. Let me go over here. And there I sat, scaring off the streamers, as I do each time. I'll scare off the people. Hello. Oh. My bad. It's like, I'm not even a kaiju and I scared Ray off. I'm sorry. Sorry, I'm trying to be goofy, just kind of be myself, and sometimes I get anxious. I'm just like, oh no, I scare people off. Am I that ugly? Ah! Okay, so I actually just woke up from a nap early, so I'm mostly only ears now. Okay. Okay. Well, that's not necessarily healthy to just be ears. You need your whole body. Like, I get some people, I don't even think people could actually function just being ears, right? Like, you need your brain and your eyes. Okay, I'm thinking too literal on this, thinking way too literal on this. Almost like the cheese doodle oh, I need to show you that. I don't know if you saw it. I think you might have seen it and liked it. Okay, so the other day, my friend made a comment whenever I showed them. I was trying to show them like a tiger doodle I was doing, and they thought I had typed like cheese doodle at first, and I'm like, cheese doodle? No, I was saying tiger doodle. Like, yeah, it took me a bit to understand what you said, but I got it now. But also my brain's wondering what the fuck is a cheese doodle, and I'm like, hold on, I've got you. And so I go and I sketch it out like little cartoon version, and I'm like, this is what you were talking about, right? They're like, oh my god, that's great, but that is not what I meant. I thought they were like Cheetos, and I'm like, oh, well, I still like this. I'm gonna save my progress on this in case the power ever goes out again. I need to save it. But Yeah, like I was like, "What's a cheese doodle? Oh, maybe they mean this." And then she was like, "No, I meant like the Cheeto things." And I'm like, "Oh, well, here's this. Hope you like it." I took it way too literally whenever she said cheese doodle. So I have that. Congratulations. This is not what I intended, but I am not opposed. And you know what's funny? I'm over here and I'm like, I still got paint on my arm from whenever I was painting earlier. Because sometimes I wipe the brushes on my arms because I'm like, you know what? It's just paint and it washes off in the end, so I'm not bothered by this, okay? So I'm over here kind of just like paint still covered on my arms. Here's my battle wounds of paint. It was my Splatoon wars, okay? I went all Splatoon for a moment, and we got paint everywhere. I haven't played Splatoon in a long time. I think it's like Splatoon 3 now. How many? How much stuff people's have? Okay, so I need to grab this and go over to here. Just there. Get an orange. No, that's way too bright. Need a darker one. Okay, so there. Yellow. I know that I'm very random. But yeah, apparently the person from earlier found me on a Reddit for like Twitch streamers that people were simping after. And I'm like, what? I'm on Reddit. I don't remember having a Reddit. What's going on here? But they never sent me like a link or anything, so I'm just kind of over here confused as to what's going on. Like, why would people be simping? I am a plus size chonky person who like talks about random shit and doesn't stay on topic. Like, why would you simp over that? And I drop things half the time. Like, I am klutzy. I'm klutzy. I've got like zero balance on most days. Like, why is that something for someone to go like, oh yeah, that I want that. Like, how do people determine that's what they want? Like, that's what they want in a person. Like, I'm klutzy. I'm clumsy. I'm weird. I make really weird, obtuse jokes, and they're not a cute math jokes. No one's gonna get it. So obtuse, I'm straightish. No, not actually straight. That is way off base. Not straight in the slightest. One of these things is not like the other. I don't get people. I really don't. Hello. How are you? I need to change my music. This is slightly. Eep. Let me try and. Oh boy. It's panic. Much panic. Breathe. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Breathe. I'm trying not to panic because my brain is all aflutter. Oh, I put them the wrong layer. I'm a derp. Derp, derp, derp. Dang it. So I put that on the wrong layer. I didn't do the right thing. Apparently I knew to do the right thing. Go over here. I'm going to have to like pause a Twitch stream here in a bit. Because apparently they're going to need help with something. I'll have to like get off of TikTok. Boy. So I need to breathe. Breathe. Just breathe. It's okay. Breathe. Sorry, I've been having a lot of really high stress lately. And I know you've probably seen the Facebook post that I have lately on the medical side situation. But just a lot of stress lately, and I'm kind of like trying not to have panic attacks or go nonverbal, and like right now my heart's going into almost palpitation mode, so I'm trying really hard to kind of just chill and calm down. And I really wanted to stream for a while today, but I may have to cut it short because my heart's deciding, hey, guess what, we are not up to this. And I know that I had a lot going on yesterday that kind of took it out of me, and I thought maybe I could distract today with doing streaming. And right now my anxiety level is telling me that I'm maybe not up to streaming like I thought I was, and I am sorry. Like, I... breathe, 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 breathe. That should be obvious, because I wrote just breathe on my arm as a tattoo, and I look at it every now and then, I'm like, oh yeah, that, I'm supposed to do that, but also panic! Breathe, 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 breathe. Breathe. Okay, come on. Calm down. Now, I was told that a lot of people, when they go on dates and stuff, are looking for something that they want to have in a potential partner. And I'm like, wait, we're supposed to be looking for something in a potential partner? I thought you're supposed to just hang out with people and have a good time. Like, what are we actually supposed to have, like qualifications for this? Like, are we supposed to have, like, certain standards we want someone to have? Like, what is this? What is this? Like, are we supposed to actually require, like, stuff out of them? Like, can't people just be themselves and you be happy with that? Anyways, I am gonna have to end stream because I'm starting to panic. I am very sorry. I will not be able to stick around. I will try and stream another day when I'm up to it. Right now, I appreciate everyone that did join the live and did join the stream today. Everyone that did show up, thank you for showing. Thank you for the follows. Try to have a good time wherever you are in the world. Stay safe. Keep your head up. Stay strong. Be you. Be unapologetically you. And take care of yourself. Bye for now. I need to take care of myself. Bye, everyone.